It was interesting when I was thinking about the three of us coming together, how we have come from such different places and landed up here at this moment.
I was born in Havana and moved to the US when I was around 5 years old. We located in Miami, where my parents and all my family still are today. Yeah. And I went to school in Miami and then decided I think it was time for something new. And so I went really far away up the East Coast and landed here in Rochester.
What was the difference in how we felt versus maybe some of the other programs you were in? Like, how did it feel different?
You know, I feel like a big theme of my life has been mentorship and how that has kind of helped me like reach my potential. It's kind of nice to have a collective of mentors and individuals that can kind of buoy me and kind of take me out of my shell a little bit. And I felt like Rochester was gonna be the place to help me really.
Well, I feel like that's really true for us in the continuum of how we do mentorship here at Rochester, right? Like, I felt lucky to get to know you, and then Dr. Nofziger became your advisory dean, and I was always able to follow up and check up, but Dr. Nofziger has been that consistent advising force through medical school in such a powerful way. I'm curious, how do you develop those relationships that become special?
You know, we are here to do personalized academic advising, but also personalized student support, which means it's different for absolutely everyone. And you probably remember that initial conversation where I like draw a genogram for every student to try to like figure out who are your people and where are they. And when I hear a story like yours, I think, oh my gosh, you can't talk to you for very long without understanding that you have really important personal connections, and that's a huge bonus I always feel better about, right?
Having those mentors like kind of guide me along the way really changed the trajectory of my life, because I don't think I would be here today if it weren't for all those people like kind of behind me. So I think you see me here today, but there's like a line of individuals that have kind of like molded me.
On the backs of many, right?
Yeah, on the backs of many. And so coming here for my internship and then having had my interviews with like the faculty here, I felt that again. Like I felt that I would be supported here and I wasn't gonna be just a number.
But one of the things that I'm really curious about is we think a lot about the class dynamic. And I'm curious how you would define the dynamics within your class. And because we bring people in for the specific reason to be great colleagues and caregivers, right? Not just, are they perfect, right? That's not the goal. So I'm just wondering, what's your class like, and how would you define that?
Yeah, I think you guys did such a great job of putting an amazing group of like multifaceted people together, especially because we're all so different and have such different interests. We love medicine, we're in medicine, but we aren't only medicine. And so it was very nice to have people that were so interested in so many different things and can kind of like teach me things about facets of life that I had no idea about.
So what do you do to get out of medicine? How do you do that?
That I will say is something beautiful about this medical school is, you know, we work really hard, but the school does such an amazing job at trying to help us at least maintain some of that like normalcy.
Yeah.
So like exams will happen on a Friday and they'll give us the weekend to recover.
What are your escapes?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel Rochester is very unique in that there's so many wonderful places that you can escape to.
Is that like dinner? Yes. Is that like, what do you do?
Dinner, going for hikes.
There is so much good food here. And even the public markets, just like the amount of bounty and harvest there is here is just extraordinary.
And it's very accessible.
Yeah.
I feel like. Like coming from Miami, I mean, I feel like
LA.
the food scene, and LA. I mean, I feel like the food scene here, like even as a medical student, you can still afford to treat yourself.
You can have a great meal periodically. Yeah.
You know, I was the dean of admissions when I first met you. And I am so lucky I got to interview you all those years ago. And I remember reading your file, and I went back and reviewed one of the notes, and I wrote, "This is my favorite interview of the season."
So yeah, I really appreciate the kind of full circleness of, you know, we put your white coat on you, we support you through the whole thing, we write your dean's letter, and then at graduation we put your hood on, and then we get to follow up about where do you go and what will you do, and maybe you'll stay. We always secretly
hope.
It's not even a secret.
Not
we
a secret.
always
We
hope for that.
outwardly hope that you will stay with us.
Yeah, I'm really, really lucky to be here and obviously share this moment with both of you because, yeah, it's been a ride.